It's hard to take a fight. Like, I think the perfect examples is Jakiro as a hero who has 2 zoning tools, Ice Bat and Macropire.
Oh, disruption into the blood right. They've got the silence on Iceberg. From the Rubik. Into mid one, and in comes Sam with another blood right. Nice ice path again, setting up beautifully for a kill on Rubik.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I want to hear a dad joke, Gary.
Dire fortified their
Always, Lacoste.
What do you
Only
call?
if you tell it.
Okay, what do you call a good ice
Dire's
bat?
bottom tower is
Nice
about
bat.
to
What do you call
I'm gonna escort myself out. Back to the mid lane. Yeah, the Sab is gonna finish his Spirit Vessel in just 1,000 gold. So for the next fight, he's gonna have it. Like, all these small pieces are coming together. OG is one of the teams that really understands how many heroes they need to bring to secure the tower. Like, for the previous fight, on the mid lane, they brought 5 heroes, even though the tower was low. But they also got 1 kill in return, and they spread on the map, keep farming.
They've got this Blink, Dragon Tail, mid 1 DK now. Iceberg straight in on top of No Tail. Turn with the Ice Path, catching the Queen of Pain, Macropire there. The Dragon Tail a little slow as mid 1, I think he had it on cooldown, but Sumail bash straight off the bat onto Iceberg. He's going to need to time walk out of here though, it feels like. As always when a fly turns to fight. General ruptured up. Blood right down from Seb, and the Bloodseeker, he's running rampant now. Very speedy little Bloodseeker boy. Telekinesis from Aloha Dance, it does stop them for a second, but General is still stuck here. He's Shikuchi back, time lapses into the disruption from Saxa, and what do they got? Mid 1 Dragon Tail not going to come, they don't have reveal, so the Shikuchi from Weaver does create a bit of distance for FTM to disengage. Mid 1. Looking for General, he's got Blink, Stun, if he can find a target. They've got Blood right to follow up. FTM still thinking about re-engaging. But Lacoste, while this is all happening, VTune is having a real happy time.
He's on second on the net worth. Going for that Ethereal Blade, that's gonna help them with bursting people down. Like, Bloodseeker uses Blood Rage on the target. Faceless Void's also not the hero that has that much HP, even though he picked up the Strength talent. You still go down pretty quickly. Any combo from Queen of Pain and Ethereal Blade is enough.
I think General just chose the one and only path that could allow him to escape. OG were all circling around like sharks looking for the Weaver, and the only way he could escape was the exact direction he took.
Sharks don't eat bugs. Can he get the courier? There's a lot of couriers.
Mid lane, Chain Stun's not there. Iceberg blinks away, but they've got Chrono just to pop onto the Queen of Pain. Time dilation comes out and the Maelstrom striking down, and Sumail finds position 2 from FTM very nicely, and Seb gonna go and rupture. Always want to fly. Blood right onto Aloha Dance, not gonna clip him. Does get a little further out as OG continually chasing heroes mid lane. They also disrupt up the Weaver. Saxo there with a time lapse back. General creates a bit of a gap, but he's hit with the Ice Path and No Tail. Looking to chase. Shikuchiing away. General is a slippery little devil. Another Dragon Tail. Finally finds out what it's like.
He's definitely not the target to rupture. Dragonite is just gonna stand his ground. Expecting a tweet from mid 1. Ice Frog, please buff this hero. I'm playing it. Never complains about the stuff that he's playing, you know. But every single tweet of his starts, Mr. Ice Frog, please.
It's golden.
Is drowning.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
General has been doing a great job splitting the attention of OG. MLTP's top of the defend tower, and this might be a chance for FTM to come out of their shell a little bit. Undying getting destroyed though. OG find the first strike. Iceberg and VTune, they were just behind the Undying looking for a proper fight to kick off. But OG, look at how tight OG are. They have 4 heroes, literally just like the human centipede, walking up to the high ground, banish into Soul. Yeah, they've got it. Blood right there for the silence. Nice little catch on Weaver, but the Sonic Wave is better from Iceberg. Ice Path comes out from the Rubik as it's stolen and killing off Seb and Saxa. Drag up the DK, but what's the stun remaining now? It's a Dragon Tail from DK onto DK. As Morphling waveforms forward, and that's going to be the end of mid one.
Follow me, dead weight.
It's a very nice executed draft from FlyToTheMoon. They climb uphill, always want to fly guys first. I don't think he cares too much about dying at this point, and you know, he breaks the smoke, they instantly kill him, gives his team enough time to set things up. Morphling is getting closer to that Ethereal Blade, just 400 gold away. Once he gets that, they need to be careful. They could easily get bursted.
Swings of power that FTM are looking for. Queen of Pain, Yule's now completed. Weaver has the Spirit Vessel.
4 charges.
We're talking about pretty good. Well, you were talking about all the little pieces coming into play for OG. Start to sing the same song about FlyToTheMoon now. Aloha Dance needs to finish off that Ether Lens to make his team fights a little easier. OG with Chrono back up. Jumping onto Aloha Dance, but the Time Walk stolen gets him quickly out of dodge.
If they misuse a Chrono, usually OG is a type of a team that doesn't, you know, rely too much on cooldowns. Even if they don't have it, they're still gonna take a fight, but Faceless Void's not that hero. Like, you are relying on Chronosphere to take a fight and then go for objectives.
Find Rubik behind the tier 2. FTM dropped the Tombstone and a Time Walk out saves the Rubik that kills Sumail straight off the bat with that E-Blade. Focusing Tombstone, and mid one's here trapped in the middle of 3, and FTM with a double kill on V-Tune, they are finding their stride. 4th in a row, chasing now onto the final hero. They want the team wipe, but I don't think they're going to get it. Seb is incredibly speedy.
Bounty Rune spawning, that's another good fight from FlyToTheMoon. They're taking control of this game. Queen of Pain still has Sonic Wave.
Seb with 870 move speed, just zooming across to grab the bounty runes. Back down to a more respectable, more casual 570. But again, V-Tune ready, finger on the trigger.
Scanning for enemy.
I think V-Tune's gonna go for Blade Mail this game.
No, I absolutely do not.
Jokes aside, he needs Manta Style to get rid of the Spirit Vessel, get rid of this, any kind of silence. Time Dilation is also that he doesn't like to play into. Okay, so Weaver is farming a lot. This Aghanim Scepter on Weaver, it's one of the strongest ones in the game right now. Once she gets that, if Faceless Void doesn't catch his Weaver, they lose this fight. So once this game drags for another like 10 minutes, Weaver gets the Aghanim Scepter, I'm shifting towards FlyToTheMoon.
Especially with like Morphling on your side, right? You've got this super farmed, kind of hyper carry hero for V-Tune. Going utility on the Weaver feels real good. OG in this kind of a little awkward position when they're waiting for BKBs on their core heroes. Void and DK both angling towards them, while Seb seems like he has changed his mind from Pipe, which he had queued up earlier on, to a Lotus Orb now, eyed up by him.
If he can get that off, like there's a ton of single target abilities on FlyToTheMoon. Also remove the Spirit Vessel charge from his Dragonite or Faceless Void. They need BKB on Faceless Void to take a fight.
Desperately. How do you feel about all pain going into like 25 minutes now?
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
It's still fine. Like Faceless Void usually doesn't get another defensive item other than BKB. So the timing is still gonna be great. Even if she gets a BKB here, like there is Demonic Purge, there's Rupture, there's Chronosphere. One of the reasons why he's not building it.
General Weaver scouting the way for the 4-man smoke behind him. Aiming for any targets in that mid lane, but OG grouping up as 5 pretty strong themselves. Mid one ready to pop that smoke, telekinesis into the Morphling, but Dragon Knight not the target they wanted. Now OG moving forward a little aggressively there. Back. General, I think getting scouted. Gucci away from the blood, right? Reward is down, and they know exactly where that Weaver is. Set up, disruption into Ice Path, and finally the pesky Weaver is found. While FlyToTheMoon, they're pinging Roshan. Do they stay in the pit? No, they want to fall back to their high ground. I thought maybe they were going to stay in the pit and wait for OG to come in.
If someone comes close, he's gonna die. Smoke running out. Not the target that you're looking for, but you will still gladly pick off Jakiro. Undying with the Philosopher's Stone. Same goes for No Tail, so they're good to go. Like any... We lost the GPM talents. How do you feel about that? Like first we got rid of the XP talents, now GPM.
XP talents I'm fine with removing. I still feel sad losing GPM talents. I'm a position 5 player. I like playing Oracle and dying.
Makes sense.
I am bad at hitting creeps. I only feed. Need my GPM. I don't know. Now when I play Oracle, I use Purifying Flames to secure range creep last hits, so it's still pretty chill, you know. You just have to prioritize your farm in different ways. Oh, my carries died. I get to farm a lane for 30 seconds. 3 creeps. OG net worth lead still 3k in their favor.
Radiant's
Dragon Knight BKB, Faceless Void BKB, so this is where OG can start to think about being the ones putting the pressure on again and moving towards the tier 2s or that Roshan after a big team fight that they're aiming to wipe FTM, but the cost.
It's smoke time for OG.
Who do they focus? Like, who's your ideal target here to try and find?
You can burst Morph if he doesn't get the shift off. Weavers, they need 2,000 gold to finish off that Aghanim Scepter. FlyToTheMoon, they understand that. Like, they will gladly get a pick off, continue farming until Weaver gets it. They only took 1 tower, so the timing is not gonna be that great. In general, just trying to make stuff happen on the bottom lane.
Think fortification can save
Taking a while for them to find back tier 1 bottom.
FlyToTheMoon, they know about this Roshan and
Do perfect towards that. Sees OG going into the pit.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm
has
dying,
run its last
getting
bell.
ready, but the rest of his team not really reacting to it. Seems like they're just going to give this one to OG.
They're trying to bring
nothing
down
better than
Radiant's
freebie
storm tower.
Roche.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Immortality. Regeneration.
Even No-Tail's not amused.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, I wanted to fight them there.
Be wondering what FTM are doing. If Pain and Rubik getting into mid lane as this line of dire wards spots out everything, but the Blink Dragon Tail Ice Path there from Jakiro and Rubik coming through and saving Iceberg as he pops his BKB and giving chase now in onto the Bloodseeker. Void jumping forward to try and take down the Tombstone, but the stolen Ice Path and Aegis is gone. Bloodright zones out the rest of FTM. The Tombstone will finally drop. OG still holding on to BKBs and Chronosphere, while Iceberg's BKB on cooldown for 40 seconds. He swings down to bottom lane, so this looks like they're forfeiting their tier 2 mid.
General needs to start cutting the waves. Go back to mid lane, kill the creep wave. They also had one observer, they also still have it. So they see rotation, one on the high ground. They know what kind of a game they want to play. Spider legs for Weaver. Makes sense, even though he's a bug.
More legs. Turn them into a centipede.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Can OG pressure high ground? Dragon Form is about to expire. Go for a bit of chip damage onto the tier 3.
Faces a stiff win.
FTM pretty good position to defend, maybe even give chase now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stolen Blood, right? That's a big spell. That's one of the better ones you can get. Pure damage, AoE silence.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
And what is that now? Like an 8-second duration on the silence?
Dire
She's
have
sticking
the
around mid, but the Dire scan does catch a glimpse of them. They've jumped onto the Queen of Pain with a chain stuns from Dragontail Ice Path. A bit of heal there and a BKB. Iceberg gets himself out.
He got the shift off.
Sumail, it's been stolen by Aloha down. He pops it down on the 2 of OG, the DK, BKB, and Seb stuck inside. As Sumail TPing out, they finish off mid one with a Sonic Wave, and Seb, they're chasing forward. Bloodseeker, TP, cancelled by B-Tune, stun him up with the Adaptive Strike, and finish him with that E-Blade. Immediately, lines drawn on the map, and they smoke up. They want more.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Oh, I'm just trying to think, you know, who do I hate more? Is it Faceless Void or is it Undying when I have them on my team? You see, you can't fight for the next 2 minutes without the Chronosphere. I said Faceless Void is not that hero.
No BKB, no Chrono. Disruption onto the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Berg will
attack.
blink away, but the speed at which they run across the map with Shikuchi and Blink from the Quap. So fast looking for additional targets, but OG will respawn in a couple of seconds. All 5 of their heroes return to the battlefield once more.
As this game progresses, the chances of FlyToTheMoon winning this game are much, much higher. All they need one item, and that's General with Aghanim Scepter. They can see him.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Outpost being grabbed. OG smoked down south without 2 heroes. Seb, Notel, mid one, and they're going to try and catch Iceberg and B-Tune. They're both stood up together, alone and dead, with their Ice Path down. Morphling gets blown up. Iceberg's BKB TP will be successful back to Fountain. That is a huge kill on the Morphling, dead for a minute now. OG can breathe a sigh of relief.
They still can't go and just siege a tier 3 tower, but they can kill the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. 45 seconds without morph. Always want to fly with a real item in this game. I'm loving it. Must be because of Philosopher's Stone. Full Glimmer Cape.
A Glimmer Cape? Actual item. DD Rune on the Queen of Pain bottled up. 3,500 gold saved as well. Still has the Orchid queued. Considering what he's heading into, the dragon form from mid one. Trying to close the gap on Aloha Dance. He's trapped inside the pit here, buys his Blink Dagger, tries to spider legs over the cliff. Where's he heading? Stuck inside? Yeah, Blood Right's there. Rubik down. FTM losing grasp of this game a little bit, giving needless kills over to OG. Oh, Titan Sliver for DK. Give that to Void.
Yeah, he's also building status resistance, going for Satanic, so that he can't be blown up and have 2 lives, we're gonna call it, with that lifesteal coming out from Satanic. Beaver Ags, good luck. General needs to be careful about his positioning. Just stay away from the fight as much as you can. Your job is to go in once Faceless Void uses Chronosphere. You don't, maybe try to use bugs from far away. That's it.
Tower needs some friends.
The cooldown on that
Die
activity.
Hunter.
16 seconds.
15 seconds.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane tower. The catapult there for OG. FTM smoking
Dire's top
up.
tower has fallen.
Looks like they're aiming for that wraparound into the top spot. It's very tightly grouped up together. OG all TPing back to their tier 2s, and it looks like they've safely managed to avoid this aggression. Berg's double damage, forced to be popped. Rune top. Good for your Morphling, but it looks like... Well, he's going to give it to him. Morphling illusions. Radiant Observer Ward sees the courier coming out mid lane, so OG know that FTM are kind of gathered in behind the Queen of Pain, who shows in that mid lane. Oh, Iceberg again. He doesn't go for Shadow Strike.
I just noticed. I don't think in this game, AoE Shadow Strike is much better for pushing out the waves, and having that in teamfight, using it on multiple targets, feels better. Cooldown reduction talent level 15 with the Aghanim Scepter and Quickening Charm. Cooldown of the ulti 31 seconds. We're gonna say 30 seconds for easier math.
It does seem like Aghanim Scepter plus that spell lifesteal talent, CDR plus Quickening Charm. That's what I was thinking of. These fights going.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Scanning for FTM moving into their jungle, which they are doing. Gan does clip onto a couple of heroes. Sab spider legging back to safety and trying to blood right out this bottom wave. Roshan fast spawn in about 10 seconds time.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Should be what OG start to aim towards.
Radiant's
already got observer wards up in the area. They know that big objective is going to be key.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Game 3 here in this best of 3. Lacoste much closer than I expected this whole series, honestly.
Yeah, FlyToTheMoon really showing up with their best gameplay so far. They've been looking okay. Not just okay, they looked great in the past 2 months.
Fusion's been pretty damn good. As Roshan is a fast spawn, he is up. OG smoke themselves. They know FTM are lurking around in the area somewhere. Smoke popped from the tree line. They jump them off, but he's got his strength morph off. As the Blood-Right Ice Path do land on V-Tune, he's been time lapsed back to about half HP. Now the turn with a Tombstone and a good Sonic Wave. They kill off the Radiant Courier as mid-one's BKB trying to defeat the Tombstone, but the lift onto Sumail. He's getting blown up before he gets his BKB off. Finally, Satanic healing through it all as they take down Iceberg's Queen of Pain. So close to killing off that Faceless Void, but all going to fly will be the second one to die here as FTM losing out in that team fight. V-Tune bailed on it so quickly when maybe you think he could have stuck around a little longer.
Widun is afraid that he doesn't get Chronosphered or Ruptured. They were split in a fight. Like you could see decision making. V-Tune blinks out, but Undying and Queen of Pain decide to go in. They needed just a tiny bit to finish off that Faceless Void. They still want to take this fight. Queen of Pain has buyback. Who's controlling the outpost is Radiant.
Oh, they've got the stun though. Talent's back. V-Tune kept alive by General. They jump in and kill off Seb, but the Chrono down and Morphling, the Soul Catcher, annihilating his HP pool. He might have to buy back now. The Queen of Pain did come back into the fight. She has Sonic Wave ready, but she couldn't TP to Outpost. You were absolutely right. There's nothing here for Iceberg to move towards, and they've lost 3 heroes in a row. Buying back on all of them as General slain with no buyback on him. OG
for buyback
with a massive team fight victory. V-Tune sprinting forward with a time dilation, not just about catching onto mid one. Disruption. Blood-Right. Dragon Tail not coming. V-Tune BKBs chasing mid one with the bashes now. Always want to fly. He's in the midst of it all. Aloha Dance does time lapse back. Sumail focuses down the Undying, who buys back himself. But it's the Morphling with the Ice Path macro player. OG, they catch them both with No Tail Jakiro. Sumail, he needs to get on a target. He's being dropped low with a Sonic Wave for like the 4th time this fight. Iceberg, the Aghanim Scepter, paying off dividends, and V-Tune with a double kill. FTM somehow drag the fight out long enough that OG do not have the buybacks or enough gas left in the tank. And even though they buy back 4 heroes, they still manage to get that Roshan for themselves.
5 buybacks, 37 minutes in. So they get cheese, they get Aegis.
Can't fall to
Morphling with the Aegis, of course. Weaver, she needs to be careful about her positioning. She got caught inside Chronosphere, needs to be able to use that time lapse. So next item, if he can farm it, should be his either Blink Dagger or you buy Eon Disc. But I would prefer to see Blink Dagger. Might sound stupid for some of the people who are listening to us, but Beaver has one job. Just try to save someone who's inside a Chronosphere. One hero with the buyback at the moment, that's Jakiro.
Dyer's bottom tower won't last long.
V-Tune. Oh. Dragon Tail hits on a range creep there.
Oh,
little mouse
this is
spell
big.
from
This
V2.
is one of the best items they could get for tier 4 items. They got Illusion Escape. You give that to Morphling. Try to bait a Chronosphere with it.
Playing with
Death tax.
by the legs to grab the Invis rune. OG now behind in this game. After having a 6k lead twice. For the first time in 38 minutes, FTM in the lead net worth-wise. Blowhard still waiting mid. Dragon Knight with 2.6k HP. Very tanky boy with Titan Sliver. The only hero there really showing on the map from OG. FTM got plenty of time to play with here. 3 more minutes for Aegis. Going to be feeling pretty bold in these team fights just to jump in.
Perfect item, Gary. Flicker, you give that to Always Wanna Fly, so he's gonna be blinking around, can't die, dispel a lot of that stuff, you know, time dilation, anything from Jakiro, anything from Shadow Demon. He buys a gem.
Smokes as well for FTM. They've got a great chance here
Timeless
now.
Relic for Queen of Pain. Debuff duration. She's getting closer to level 25. Extra spell damage on that Sonic Wave. What's the damage? 700.
Big. I thought here FTM would go into the classic position and try and push bot and mid. But they're getting ready for where OG want to play. Ready up on the high ground. Maybe aiming for that tier 2 top lane. OG not giving them any targets to jump on. Really just trying to dodge the fight. There's 3 core heroes up in the dire jungle.
A golden thread.
Mid one. Pops his dragon form.
Beast.
Trying to backstab. But FTM have the high ground hold.
They have the gem on top of that bait.
Dragon Tail onto Rubik. Nice time lapse back. Time dilation. Does catch out Sumail with a stun there. He's being disabled pretty consistently, but he's going to time walk over to the right-hand side. Weaver and Rubik caught in the chrono as V-Tune focuses down the mid one DK, who was focusing down the tombstone. The disruption saves mid one. Sumail and Seb still looking for targets to jump on. 2 supports down on FTM as the DK buys back, and the Queen of Pain has to blink away. V-Tune does
see her.
still have the Aegis, but now he's been isolated. The Morphling in Fatal Void mode is trapped all alone, tries to go for the waveform TP. They've killed off Iceberg now as the Morphling escapes. General Weaver retreating also, but no buybacks available here for FTM.
They used buybacks in the previous fight, so that means you're not gonna have it 100 seconds without Queen of Pain. Whew, they can achieve a lot. You have 2 heroes with Blood Rage. You have ton of tower damage coming out from Dragon Knight and Jakiro. They also stole the gem from them, so they can see Weaver.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle
Buyback,
this
so important. Stun that illusion. Get him real good. Illusion escape from V2 now.
Is about
Baiting
to
a few
take the
spells.
front.
OG, jump again, Morphling, caught up and obliterated. No, General's there with the time lapse, finally.
Dire's top
Getting that
tower is
Morphling
under
out
attack.
of sure death.
60
Buyback on
seconds
cooldown.
without Queen of Pain. Are they going for
They're
tier
going
4s? Yeah.
Someone should have
Blood Rage.
Dire's
It's just
top
huge amount of damage.
Dragon form's ready for mid one. They jump Sumail. Time walk away, that E-Blade damage, and a time lapse back.
Aegis is gone in a second.
Alive. They do lose the Aegis in a second, and Tombstone focused down by Sumail. Jumping General now with the time dilation and the blood right. Not quite connecting with it, but they've got the rupture on him, and General down for 100. V-Tune, he's got so much on his plate now, trying to deal with mid one. The Adaptive Strike and the Fatal Ball. No buyback on DK. So they do get him for 2 minutes now, but always want to play. Focused by Seb. Sumail still whacking away at the morph with the bashes coming through. He E-blades himself. Trapped inside the blood right. He waveforms back into the fountain now, and it looks like the tier 4s and the throne still alive.
Oh, they're keeping themselves in this game. Also, oh man, such a greedy play from Weaver. He bought Tome of Knowledge. just to get himself to level 20. But Queen of Pain, like, you want that level 25 from her. Scream of Pain Fear could change things. It also amplifies the duration from Timeless Relics.
A full lane of barracks. OG do get a series of objectives, as well as that Aegis being taken out of the hands of VTune. Fast spawn on Roshan in 2 minutes now. But how quickly this game can swing one way to the other. It looked like FTM had really taken control back. OG.
Full Scotty, that's a nice item. Like, against any of these heroes, reducing lifesteal, regeneration, healing against Bloodseeker, Dragonite, Satanic on the Faceless Void. Even Faceless Void has Eye of Scotty. Weaver bought that Blink Dagger that I talked about, so she's gonna be able to blink in and save people inside the Chronosphere. Next Roche may respawn in 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Both teams really feels like, you know, they're scratching their heads, wondering what exactly they have to do to finish this game. All these fights are incredibly close. Both of them have, you know, like immediate kill threat on each other's core heroes, the ability to save, the ability to backstab.
Queen of Pain, level 25. I think I've said it multiple times over the last few days. That's the strongest level 25 talent in the game.
Especially since these BKB times, you know, Dragonite 5 seconds, Faceless Void down to 5 as well. Once their BKBs are over, this Queen of Pain is going to be disabling them over and over again.
FlyToTheMoon needs to farm their buyback somehow. I don't think they have enough time until the Roche spawns, unless it's a really long spawn, so we're gonna see about that one.
Shadow Demon going into Hanks now.
Are scanning for
We finish off that Solar Crest on Seb. Bloodseeker.
Just utility.
Yes. What about mid one? How's he doing?
Radiant are scanning for
AC
enemies.
was finished a while ago. He still has that Orchid, the Bloodthorn in fact, queued up. So we feel like FTM in a really good spot. OG pretty reliant still. Saving this Void and landing a good chrono. But
Iceberg, what are you
the
doing?
Classic Iceberg maneuver. He's going to beat it and blink away. Still chasing. He's coming though, looking for that Queen of Pain.
It could be a disaster if Weaver couldn't get close to use the time lapse. No buyback on Queen of Pain. She needs 500 gold to farm it. Roche respawns in 1 minute and 20 seconds. That should give Queen of Pain opportunity to farm her buyback. Morphling also needs 200.
Void is probably going to have buyback in the next fight as well. To clear out this mid wave. Dragonite should be giving him the majority of this farm. OG the ones pressing forward now, knowing that Queen of Pain BKB down is probably a little red flag for FTM. 15 seconds until that's back up. We should have both Dire Cores and that Void with buyback now.
invisibility.
15 gold for Queen of Pain.
Shannon 30. Mid one walks high ground into the Ob Sentry. The Queen of Pain, big jump in. The Scream Sonic Wave nearly blowing up No-Tail. They've also caught Saxa, but he blinks out after disruption. So does No-Tail. Somehow the two Radiant supports get out.
They lost vision.
For sure dying. And in the meanwhile, Always Wanna Fly is found by the Dragon Tail of mid one, TPing to Outpost, but he's kind of isolated here. Oh, VTune doesn't get the kill on No-Tail. Hero blinks away yet again. They stun up Always Wanna Fly, focusing the Undying as the Void in on with the Chrono, the two cores. They caught out the Storm
There's
Chrono.
the time lapse. Who do you use it on?
What do you do with it? Absolutely nothing. Where's the Weaver? No time lapse. They have to buy back on the Morphling. Queen of Pain's also fallen. OG with a straightforward team fight because FTM seemed completely lost.
They needed vision to kill off these two supports. I can't believe they actually managed to get out. Two Glimmer Capes. They had the gem for themselves. That's the bait from the Illusion Escape. Queen of Pain still saving a buyback.
Radiant structures
No
are
Undying. 40 seconds, and OG in a 5 versus 4. Looking for the second lane of barracks. They do get a good bit of burst onto the Dragon Knight now. Holding his BKB for that wave forward. V2 jumping in the Chrono from the Rubik. Yes, it catches a number of Radiant heroes, but the Morphling can't do damage into it. Time-lapse him back. Now focusing with the Queen of Pain self-fuels. No BKB perk, she's got to blink away. Turns around, has Sonic Wave to line up, but the Blood Right will zone back FTM.
So many zoning tools from OG. Either Blood Right. Yeah, oh man, he just hit level 25. The Blood Right cooldown, you can perma silence people almost. 6 second duration, 7-second cooldown. Good luck with that. And now that's Cheese, Aegis, and Aghanim Scepter.
Can FTM stop this? Does Iceberg make a ballsy play? They're smoking. They're going to move to the Roche pit.
Put that magic wand into your backpack.
The big man,
it is
half
time.
HP. Sumail and Seb in the pit. V-Tune comes in with a stun onto the Morphling. Dragon Knight stops him in his tracks until the time-lapse back. V-Tune out of danger. The Tombstone drops the high ground. They try and blow up Sumail with the Sonic backtrack. Not enough damage. He's Satanic up. He's healing back up and focusing all on the fly with another time-lapse. They send the Undying back to safety, but the two cores have put him down until the fear from the Queen of Pain. It's stopping OG from focusing the Undying. Now another time-lapse. It keeps all the fly alive a second longer, but FTM have got the big target until the disruption. Saxa saves Sumail. Time walk back up to the north. Iceberg with another fierce scream, but the Gonna gives him invis. Turn with a bash. The Yule Scepter up on the Quap. Mid one comes in with a Dragon Tail, but doesn't land it. Iceberg TP blink away. Always focused down and bashed into the ground. OG kill the Queen of Pain, and General will follow her into the grave. Impacts come out as Roshan still sat at 4,000 health.
I can't believe Faceless Void backtrack Queen of Pain ulti. That would finish him off. He would not have buyback. He decided to go all in with the items. Queen of Pain without buyback for 100 seconds. Oh yeah, Faceless Void with the Aghanim Scepter. Time walk bashes. So every single time he goes in, you get bashed.
Aloha Dance making a swift escape, but yeah, in that fight I was like, how the hell did Sumail survive? I thought he popped Satanic and, you know, healed a pretty hefty amount back, but it was that backtrack stopping a lot of the damage sources coming in as V-Tune is forced to BKB, getting out of grasp of OG. 50 minutes into game 3, OG looking to close this one out now.
There's still a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. So they need to go in from the mid lane, creeps approaching, or just go for tier 4 towers. 50 seconds, Queen of Pain, Undying. Just disappears. And those time lapses or Undying are really not that good. You know, he's low HP for a very long time.
Tries to get the two-man Chrono. V-Tune will get back to Fountain, but OG's so strong right now. Macroplier there, no tail, zoning them all out. General time-lapse himself, but still falls. No buyback on him, and Sumail with that time walk bash clears up Rubik. Into the Fountain they go. They are diving across with Aegis and Satanic. It is good game, well played. FTM, after a well-fought series, very, very close to taking down OG here, but the resilience of the OG up in the end.
Very nice series to watch. If somehow they managed to kill Faceless Void, who did not have buyback, it could have been a different game. You know, Queen of Pain doesn't die there, they get Roche. Sometimes it's all it takes, like